Ooh, child. Where do I even begin, honey? Hey y'all, it's Amber. Welcome to my channel. Whether you're a first time visitor, returning viewer, subscriber, welcome. I am happy to have you. It has been a minute since y'all seen me live. Recent. I gotta catch y'all up. Come close. Okay, boom. There we go. When I tell y'all your girl has been going through it, she has been going through it. So let's rewind back to December. So I started doing Vlogmas, and yet again, I got overwhelmed. And at this space in my life, I am not going to continue to do things that I don't feel like doing or I don't want to do, especially if it's not something that brings me additional income or brings me joy. Everything doesn't have to be done for the money. Money is always a good incentive. But for me, if it's not making me happy and I'm not getting paid to do it and I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. So YouTube is not something that pays me. This is just something that I do for fun. So side notes, go ahead and subscribe. Your girl has been very inconsistent, but I'm going to get better, y'all. I promise y'all. I got a made up mind now. I'm going to tell y'all what's been going on. I'm going to tell y'all my plan for the channel. Just be patient with me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you set the notifications on so that YouTube can notify you when I make a post. Again, let's go back to Vlogmas. I was recording pretty consistently for Vlogmas, and I think the thing that pretty much prevents me from being super consistent on YouTube is editing. I started doing Vlogmas. I was recording consistently. Editing became a lot, especially because December is one of the busiest months for being a teacher. I would say August, October, December, March, and May. Count me out for anything, coach. But anyway, so I started vlogging, I started editing, and I literally just stopped in the middle of it and was just like, this is not bringing me joy. This is something that I'm finding to be stressful during an already stressful and intense time of the school year, time of my life. So I just stopped vlogging. I stopped, actually, even after I stopped posting, I continued to vlog through the end of December. Commitment. I got some shorts though that is coming up. And I just took a step back from YouTube, and I decided that likely I wouldn't post for the remainder of the school year. So in December, I went on a trip with my boo. He's still around. And we had a good time. I'll kind of show maybe like the reel that I posted. I'll have that kind of playing over here to the side. But anyway, so we went to Austin and San Antonio. We were supposed to go for the new year, but we ended up pushing our trip up a week. And so we went before Christmas. And I think we both regretted that decision once we were actually there. For one, like y'all, when I tell y'all it was so cold, we each had on about 6 layers and it was still freezing cold. I think the lowest temperature that it got while we were actually there, we stayed in Lakeway. So I'll kind of show you like the hotel we were staying at and the view. Y'all, when I tell y'all it was so cold, you could literally see the water freezing in real time. You could see the vapors rising off of the lake. Y'all, it was that cold. It was 6 degrees outside. 6. We ended up doing that, and then we drove to San Antonio, and unfortunately, because it was Christmas Eve, everything was closed for the most part, and we were very disappointed about that. And so we literally drove home on Christmas Eve, and we just made a plan that we would come back during the summertime this year. So I'm thinking that maybe that's something we'll do for my birthday this year, go back. Go in late July. Only thing is we're both hesitant to make plans for July because we might be going to Mexico, to Guadalajara. I don't know if we're going in July or we're going as they anticipate in September. It just really depends. My boyfriend's family might also be coming here in July. And so it just wouldn't make sense for us to go to Guadalajara if they're going to be coming here. And so I'm just on pause for planning anything for late July, just simply because I don't know if his family is going to be coming here. And if that's the case, we're going to Mexico in September. And if they don't come here in July, then we will be going to Mexico in July. So I'm just on standby trying to figure out like what's what. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I will be in Vegas in less than a week from today, when I am currently filming in 6 days. And I'm really excited about it. So not only is it going to be the boo and myself, but we're also going with a couple friend of ours. And so it's really an interesting dynamic. Well, they're Hector and Geraldine. I would prefer to use their names. So Hector is friends with my boyfriend Jesus from when they were both in school together. I believe middle school, high school, something like that. They've been friends for a long time. And we all three work at the same school. My boyfriend and I, Hector, we all work at the same school. We're literally like classroom neighbors. Okay, so it's very close-knit community. And so they've known each other since high school. I've known Hector for the past 5 years because we came into our school as teachers at the same time. I actually came from another campus in my district, so I got hired before everyone in my cohort. But there are still 7 of us, I believe, hanging on from my cohort that all started at our campus 5 years ago. So just for the simplicity of things, I say that I have been at my campus for 5 years, but I've been a teacher of record for 6 years. So I just finished out my 6th year as a teacher of record. I was a mid-year hire, so I still get credit for a full year, even though I came in the middle of the year. So anywho, so we are, Hector, I've known Hector longer than I've known my boyfriend. We kind of go on double dates quite a bit, Hector, Geraldine, Jesus, and myself. We've gone on multiple double dates together. Our vibe is just real chill, cool. We get along great. And so my boyfriend and I were already planning to go to Las Vegas for the summertime because I refused to go to Colorado. And we're actually going to Colorado for spring break next year. So I'm glad that I refused. And originally we were going to go to Vegas in early July, but we ended up pushing it because we were going to go for the big USC fight week, whatever it's called. I don't know. We were going to go for that, but then there's a US-Mexico soccer game, and my boyfriend is Mexican. And so obviously he was like, US versus Mexico in Vegas, and we were already planning to go to Vegas. Let's just put this trip up 2 weeks. And so we asked them, and by we, my boyfriend, without my knowledge, I asked them if they wanted to come along. They said they were down. They had both been to Vegas already before. So I'm the only new person on this trip, I believe. And so we're just really excited about it. We have plans to go to the Grand Canyon, and I'll kind of talk about that more in my prep and planning video. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to be posted before or after this one, but just know I'll share more about that in another video. Not too much here because this is an update. I forgot my point, but anyway, fast forward to January, February, March. I'm gearing up for STAR test. I teach in Texas, so we have STAR test in April, and I am what is considered to be a high stakes course teacher. I teach English to 10th graders, and this is not necessarily a benchmark year for students. And what I mean by that is there are some tests that are benchmarks. So for instance, English 1 is a benchmark for English 2. So I don't get recognition for being an English 1 teacher, but I can get state recognition for being an English 2 teacher. And it's super important for English 2 as well, just simply because that is the last English test of their high school career outside of the SAT and ACT for students who choose to take that. My district doesn't necessarily push ACT. Actually, I don't feel like a lot of districts do. I took both as a student, but that was just by my choice. And so it's a very critical period. It's a very high stakes course, meaning, you know, if they were having difficulty with the English 1 content, then that means I have to play a lot of catch up for English 2, just simply because I don't want them to be juniors and seniors having to retake this same test. All right, y'all, I'm back. So anyway, January, February, and March is a part of testing season, so I was just really busy. Did vlog. I have a Disney World vlog that should have been posted already. I have a Disneyland vlog that, if it hasn't been posted, will be posted very soon. And I've just been so busy, y'all. April, super busy. We went to a party or an event or something like every weekend. It was just a lot happening, and May was just so stressful. I had a teammate that I've never worked with, someone so disrespectful, so defiant, so hell-bent on causing destruction on their way out. So your girl has just been dealing with a lot of things. I am passing the torch. I will no longer be a grade level chair next year. I just had to make the decision that there are some parts of my job that is just not bringing me joy anymore, that is taking what little passion for teaching I still have and just like exhausting it. So I'm stepping away from my grade level position. I told the new grade level chair that I would be there to support them through anything that they need. I will give them my resources at the beginning of the school year. And of course I will be a help. I will not do their job. So I will make sure to set boundaries for myself, because I am a person that just really doesn't mind helping, and I take on a lot of things that other people should be doing. And the point of me giving up that job is to not continue doing things for everybody and not doing everybody's job for them. So that is going to be my push. And I was speaking with my therapist the other day, and this pretty much brings me to here. I'm currently on summer break, so that's how I've had time to sit down, film, edit, and get this video posted. So all in all, I've been in good spirits. I've just been very stressed, very anxious, very overwhelmed since maybe about January of last year, 2022. I've just really been struggling with anxiety and depression. And it just seems like once I get one down, the other creeps up and vice versa. And so I'm just trying to get to a place where I am happy with all things in my life. That's not to say that everything is going to go perfectly. That's not to say that I'm unhappy with my life currently. But I am retraining my brain to not focus and fixate on the things that are negative, the things that are toxic, the things that are not productive or conducive to my health, my growth, my success, my wealth acquisition. And so I'm choosing to let go of those things and to ignore those things. And I'm putting my energy towards people, projects, things that bring me joy, bring me happiness, builds me up, pushes me to go further, doesn't let me just sit and sulk. And so if you are not a part of that bubble or that circle, so sorry, it's nothing personal. I'm just letting it go. And I'm also grateful to have gone on my friend's bachelorette trip in May. It just allowed me to reconnect with one of my friends from high school. I wouldn't say stop talking or like stop becoming friends. Like I feel like anytime we see each other, it's like we fall back into that same routine. But I was able to catch up with a couple of our high school friends and be able to connect with some of my friends' college friends and just be around beautiful, strong Black women. And it was just so amazing because I have a lot of beautiful Black women that are surround me here in Houston, people that I work with, but it was just great to be with people that I don't have to see on a nearly daily basis. And so I'm looking forward to my friend's wedding. Her wedding is in November. Like I said, we're going to Vegas next week. We are going to either Austin or Galveston or both, and Mexico coming up soon. So we have quite a few things going on. I'm still going to Italy in December with my cousin, and we're looking forward to that. And so I'm just looking forward to a summer break of just rest, relaxation, traveling, both far and near, and just being able to really enjoy life and figure out what it is that I want. So I will leave on this note because I started talking about it, but then I kind of got away from it. So I was sharing with my therapist, like I am coming to a point where I'm just learning that there are a lot of things out of my control. And instead of allowing myself to give into anxiety, instead of allowing myself to sit and sulk, instead of allowing myself to get overwhelmed with things that I know is out of my control, I am choosing to reframe my brain. And when I feel myself getting stressed and overwhelmed for things out of my control, I'm going to remind myself, you're not in control, God is. And so instead of worrying about what things are going to be like or how things are going to turn out, exercise faith. The same faith that you're telling other people to exercise, you should be doing so as well. And so I, was speaking to my therapist, and I told her, like, I just want to be the Amber that leaves work at work. I want to be the dependable friend. I want to learn how to tell people no. And I just want to be happy in all areas of my life. And that's not to say that I'm seeking to aspire to have like this perfect life. There's no such thing. There's going to be hardship. There's going to be opposition. There are going to be things that will make me upset. But the goal is not to just stay upset, not to harbor, not to hold grudges, not to keep dwelling on things, but to let go and truly start every day fresh. And so again, I implore you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you stick around with me. I have a lot of stuff coming up. I already pre-scheduled it, so relax. We will have a Las Vegas vlog, a travel prep video. All of those things will be coming soon, so stay tuned, and I will see y'all next time.